Welcome to my weekly Fabricate Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Suzanne, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today's video is all about paper crafting. I'm here to share how easy it is to make a 3D project. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial, and I would love to see you shop with me.
All right, so I am duplicating a lovely gift that I was given. This is from one of my customers. Her name is Bonnie, and if you hadn't noticed for the last couple of videos, I have been duplicating her work. She sent a lovely present to me, and this actually held that paper gardenia that she made. Anyway, it's a Corsage Box is what she called it. I love the design. So I'm sharing with you my take on it. Of course, I had to play around a little bit with some embossing. So this is a retired color, Tempting Turquoise. And I'm going to use another retiring color, Island Indigo. Here is my scoring tool. Okay, so I have a piece of cardstock here that's 10.5 by 8. So on the long side, we are going to score at 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. All right, so this is where my grid mat is going to help a lot. So I want to line up on 1 inch. So the nice thing is that my 1 inch here, my ruler is 1 inch. I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to go from my 1 inch mark here to 1 inch mark there and draw a quick pencil line. I'll erase it after. Then I'm going to move on to number 2. And I'm going to, again, pencil line. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So lining up, if you have a grid mat like I do, or a grid paper. The reason why I don't use grid paper is because I am, although I love paper, you have a tendency to waste it. So I would rather spend the money on really nice cardstock and not on paper that I'm just going to stamp on and throw away, if that makes sense. Like I'm so, it's just all about recycling and stuff, but also it's just like, I do have it here. I do own a pack. All right, so I scored down on one side, and then this is the second side. I shouldn't say I scored, I pencil drew. This is where it gets funky. Okay, so basically what I need to do is, because of the way that this folds, right, it's like angled. It's not like a normal curved line. It's angled. So I'm gonna put, let's see here. I don't know, I'm hoping you can see this. So we want to capture this point, and this point, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it. No. All right, so I'm just going to do this the most effective way. Might not be the easiest way, but the way that I'm going to get the best result. So I'm going to come in here and make my first angle score here, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now this seems tedious, I know, but what happened was when I tried to cut corners on my Tempting Turquoise piece, the fold didn't come out really well, and I can't think of a better way to do this, so this is the way I'm figuring it out. I had to take Bonnie's present apart And I did so ever so carefully, and I did put it back because I really do treasure all those little gifties that I get from followers and viewers, and I just think that's wonderful, and I'm so really happy that I have inspired people. It's lovely. I had no idea when I started my paper crafting journey that, you know, I would meet so many people and hear their stories. It's just it's a great feeling. All right, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the shortcut I took. I took a score line from here to here, and I wasn't watching where my points were matching up, so I'm just learning from my mistake, and I'm doing good. So again, so this I don't get fooled by going to this score line. You have to go right to the edge, and you have to do that on both sides. All right, so moving forward, hopefully I can go faster. Sometimes I can talk and do this at the same time. It's a little mindless, but I think sometimes if you had something squishy underneath, you might do a little bit better. People have come over to my house, speaking of recycling, and they're like, where's your paper towels? And because I'm a hairdresser, I get, I have supplies. I can go to a supply store and I can pick up, say, towels for really inexpensively. So, like white towels that, say, estheticians use all the time. I don't use white towels in my business. I use black because I deal with color. But like my hands are all colored with hair color. But anyway, yeah, so I use actually hair towels, roll them up like paper towels, and I have a lot of them, so I just throw them in the wash. So what you would, like back in the olden days, they didn't have paper towels. They just had rags. So that's what I do. I feel like in my heart of hearts that I'm doing, because I am doing a paper crafting job, I do feel sometimes really bad about the environment and how we, I love my paper though. I love it. My life wouldn't be complete without it. So, but I do feel a little guilty sometimes. I try to use all the paper. Hence the reason why I'm not just shuffling my retired paper away. I'm going to use it until it's done. Whoops. All right, so before I even move forward, I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm going to, I'm going to rub my embossing buddy. Okay, so I'm going to rub my embossing buddy all over the place. And you can see that this is powder, and you want to rub that massively around. Well, I do anyway, because I know that my hands have all been all over that, and an eraser, and my house is super staticky. It's a little nuts. Petting the cats is not fun. All right, so I have my Versamark watermark ink here, and I am using images from Falling Flowers. This is a big swirly do. And this is a block E, in case you ever want it. I rarely use it, but it's great for this kind of thing. I could use the Stamparatus, but honestly, for something like this, this is quicker. Like, the Stamparatus is a great tool, don't get me wrong. I love it. Love, 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 love. but it has a purpose, and so do these acrylic blocks. All right, so I'm going to try to be really, really quick because fans are going in my apartment. It's quite warm. So this is another image from that stamp set, just a flower. The one thing I did notice about it is it has this little, you see that little V? And that stupid little part always catches the ink. I need to cut it off, but I don't want to cut it off because obviously it's there for a reason. It's there to tell you where, because there's dies that go along with this. All right. So that's random stamping for you. All right, so now, and this is frightening, you guys, because there's a fan like right behind me. But I'm gonna dump it on my sheet of paper. Okay. So this is silver embossing powder. Okay, I'm just going to use one of my dry paint brushes. See if I need to, I think I could get a little bit more powder on those bits. There we go. You can always tell when you don't have enough powder. All right, I don't know how many people know about the heat tool from Stampin' Up. It's a really nice tool. It's quiet. One of the things is that it has a protective nozzle over top of the metal piece, which is really nice. And it also has two speeds, well, two heat settings. One is just for drying and two is for embossing. So if I click it all the way up, I'm going to heat it for about 30 seconds and then I'm going to heat it from behind. I prefer it. Some people heat from straight on. And then what happens is when you heat and not holding the paper, but if you heat it just straight like this, there's nowhere for that air or heat to go. So it bounces back up off of your table. It will ruin my mat for one. And for two, it will start that the curve and or the warp really, and in this box I don't want it warped at all. So I'm going to heat it up till it's nice and hot and then I'm going to lift the paper up and I'm going to heat it from behind. That way I can see what I'm doing. All right, are you seeing this, that there is very little warping going on? So I'm really happy about that. Just going to fold. I'm not going to take my bone folder across that. I'm just going to take my fingers. All right, so now all we have to do is cut. So I'm gonna cut just basically the big wide triangles on the outside of the Corsage Box. With grad just around the corner, I think this would be fantastic for that special grad that you may know, or say your son is graduating and has a lovely, beautiful date, instead of the corsage, or instead of a plasticky thing that you put the flower in, you could put the flower in here. Or if you're like my client Bonnie, you could put a paper flower in here. Okay, so that's what you should have. Looks great. Really happy with the way it turned out. I will fold all the score lines that I can. I think this one it will be tough, but we can kind of coax it a little bit. There's nothing worse than having to fuss with paper. You don't want to ruin anything. Okay, so fast fuse. Also retired, still using it up. Tear tape would be good as a solution if you don't have any. All right, so you can see here, oh, it doesn't exactly match up, and I don't know why. I'm gonna take my 3/4 inch circle punch. It doesn't really matter, but that really bugs me. I'm cutting off those corners on all of the corners. Actually, I can leave those ones. I'll leave those ones. All right, so, and then all we have to do is fold everything in. All right, so, and this is the time now. If things didn't go according to your plan, you can see here that there's a little bit of weirdness. I'm just gonna cut that off. I'm gonna make this little box work for me. I wonder what went on, why it wasn't perfect. But you know what? It's a handcrafted thing. Bonnie, how did I do? She probably's like, no, it's all wrong, Sue. But I thought it was pretty darn close. But look at hers. Hers is perfect. Ugh. Mine is not. I must be off somewhere in my cutting. Or anyway, I shouldn't fuss. It turned out very nice. Love the design. Just think it's fantastic. So thank you so much, Bonnie, for the inspiration. You can catch Bonnie on Instagram at Hive on the Drive. Thanks so much. Bye.
Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.